Hello gorgeous Gemini, welcome to your reading for 2020. This is your forecast to see what's coming through. I'm the Wellington Witch, Lorien, and if you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So we're going to be using the Truth Seekers Tarot just to see the general vibe. We're also going to look at the archetype that you may be inhabiting or what you may be bringing in or experiencing with other people and the times of year that you will be most powerful. So let's have a look and see what comes through for you. There is no tingly Wellington Witch introduction today, simply because my PC broke. So if you're wondering where that is, I do apologise. It'll come back soon. But I just want to get these readings out to you, and it's taking too long to combine the two at the moment on the other PC. Gemini. Alright, you have, typical of Gemini, you have two. Let's go here for you. And this is for Gemini Sun, Moon and Rising sign, so I encourage you to check out the other videos. I personally am a Gemini Moon, and I feel this one is coming through, but let's do two for you. Two for you, Glen Coco. Right. So the first thing is Six of Swords, transitioning, moving into someplace new. Let me just move that over here slightly so you can see the card. So yeah, this is moving to someplace new, having a new victory over some difficult times. I do feel this is your rite of passage almost. This is your growth time. This is your transition. So maybe the last year was difficult in some ways. Now you're actually striding forwards. You could even have said, oh, well, this doesn't bother me in the last 2019, you know, this doesn't bother me, but actually there's something that has bothered you and you're moving past that now. So it could be how you've interpreted some types of things. It could be your work getting on top of your relationships or some such like that. But I do feel this is now you growing. This is you actually saying, okay, I'm evolving, I'm prepared to emerge as something different. Oh, I don't do reversals, I have to say that. But you have the Empress, which is great. The Empress comes forward with a sense of nobility, and I feel like this is abundance. Your senses are going to be heightened. You're probably going to feel like you're giving birth to something new. Now, I don't necessarily mean literally, but there's something of birthing a new thing. There's an abundance, there's a manifestation coming through here. It's whatever you have manifested in the Magician and manifested in the High Priestess, and understanding the way the physical and the metaphysical work and the intuition, you're now combining those to produce and produce and produce, and that's the best thing that I can see here is producing stuff. You are doing something that's highly spiritual here. It's almost like a cleansing for you, and I do believe that this is going to be quite important for your transition and for your transition into power. They just said you're going to have a transition into power, transition into meaning, and something that's very highly spiritual and psychic for you here. King of Pentacles, it could mean that more money is on its way for you as well this year. So this is very a clear, focused individual. The King is all about discipline, control. So whatever you are trying to get done, you're going to want to get it done on routine. I also feel like there's an enterprise here that you're very adept, reliable, supportive, steady. You know, there's a very strong will here. And you're kind of like, you know what, I've had enough of distractions, I'm just going to get things done. You could also have an earth sign person coming in here that is quite important to you. And you know, who helps you. But I do believe that this is very much about foundations and producing. Producing. I think that's your word for 2020 even. Let's have a look. I'm just mentioning the High Priestess. Ten of Swords. So whatever this is, maybe this mental taxing coming on here. There's a little bit of, oh, you know, do I have to? Tens of completion. So yes, you will have to. Whatever has happened before, whatever has, you know, defeated you, you feel like you lost something, maybe someone or a pet or a loved one, that's now going by the wayside because she is very strong. She's about potential, mystery, awareness. She is definitely somebody who I believe is here to assist you. So it's your higher self, it's your psychic entity. So as much as you're down on the ground producing, being very methodical almost, and in with your feet in the ground, in the earth, she comes along saying always trust your intuition and don't let it overtake your mental strength. You know, understand when you need to stop and pause and refill, and when you need to continue forwards. Yeah, it's a very strong year. Again, I do feel you evolving here. So let's have a look at what this has to say, what you're maybe incorporating, your archetype state, or who you are going to bring in. Now, there was one that almost came out. Are you the one? I don't feel it is. Okay, so the Knight. Loyalty, romance and chivalry, a love, honour in the light attribute. So you could be incorporating this, although personally I feel this is somebody else that you're going to encounter. Shadow attributes are allegiant to a destructive ruler or principal, romantic delusions. So this could be, I feel like this is more a light attribute, honestly. Somebody coming in with loyalty. There's a sense of romance going on here, chivalry, a love of honour. It could even be the King of Pentacles here, actually, because that's a very, yeah, they're very honourable and they're very much a chivalrous person, down to earth. So I don't know whether this is necessarily a romance for you. It could just be somebody who thinks the absolute world of you and would do anything to see you succeed and help you. And I'm just going to bring out another one. This one, for some reason, is calling to me. Student. Okay, so you may be a bit of a student this year. Humility, devotion to knowledge and openness to learning. And also, if you're kind of in the shadow attribute, if you're in a mood, you could be arrogant to the pursuit of destructive knowledge and unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So you could be like, I know everything already, when really we all know that we don't know everything. And you just kind of taking a little bit of humility, a little bit of understanding that maybe you don't know it all, which I'm sure that's only like 5% of you that would do that, but it's just a case of, you know, being nice and generous as you evolve. And also learning as you evolve, learning your limits, learning about other people, learning about where you're going, what works for you, have a system that works for you. I know Geminis don't tend to like systems, but it can really, honestly, truly work for you. I feel a Capricorn vibe coming in, so maybe you have Capricorn sun or moon or rising that will really help you. Taurus or a Taurus, maybe. You have the new moon in Taurus, so let me just see if I can lean a little bit here. So new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. So you're definitely on the road to prosperity. The time maybe of May, April into May, you could start to see some really prosperous times evolving, coming into you, sort of ticking things off. You could get somebody giving you the go-ahead. This could be where the Knight comes in, but I do feel there's a good foundation here for 2020. There's so much coming in for you on the base level that you can just learn to grow. You're going to be growing everywhere. But I honestly believe that this is a brilliant year for you, Gemini. So do leave me a comment below. Let me know if this resonated with you. And I'd love to hear back from you about anything you have planned. If you would, again, like a reading from me, even if it's not the 2021, all the options are down below in the description box. But thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to contact me on social media, I'll leave those links below too. And in the meantime, I just wish you a wonderful festive season. Look forward to speaking to you in 2020. Love and light, guys.